Hello, friends. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you wherever you are. It's me, Mrs. Deveter. Happy Friday. Come on in the room. Let me know who you are and where you are coming in from so I can give you some Mrs. Deveter love. I'm over here multitasking, y'all. My StreamYard key didn't work, so I had to do a new key and making sure that I get all the things in the right place so I can chat it up with you all this morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on where you are. I am so happy that you guys are here. I am so happy that we made it to Friday because, honey, the way things was looking this week was kind of sketchy, no? I don't know about you all, but I live here in New York, and we had the news of the longshore men and women who were going on strike, and people were up in arms and emptying out the toilet paper and the paper towels again. It was giving flashbacks of 2020, 2021. But thankfully, I heard, I haven't watched the news this morning, but I heard that the strike is over, at least until January. So prayerfully, we won't have to hoard the toilet paper and the paper towels. How you guys doing? Hi, Miss Francis. Marianne's Crochet Hands. Hello to you in Texas. Hey, Jessica. So glad you could join me today. Come on, yeah. Oh, she's Jessica. You are too cute. She like, I'm here at the beginning and not the tail end. Welcome to the party. Hello to Vicky and Scully Boo Salem. I just love that name. To you in Atlanta. Hello. I was just in Atlanta, honey. Ciao. So we're going to do a little recap of the amazing Stitch Tractor competition today. But can I tell y'all about my trip to Atlanta? So first of all, Frontier Airlines, never doing it again. Have any of you ever ridden on Frontier Airlines? Now, the flight going was fine, no problems. I knew that it was a no frills airline. I knew that I was going to have to pay for everything. So I was fine with, I knew what the situation was as far as that is concerned when I went into it. But the flight coming home, y'all. So for whatever reason, the app would not let me check in. So what I learned about Frontier is that they book your flight as a full, so for me, the flight was booked like I was going from LaGuardia to JFK with a layover in Atlanta. Who does that? Anyway, so from LaGuardia Airport to JFK with the layover in Atlanta. The night before I was to come home, which was Sunday night after the amazing competition, I was going onto the app to try and check in. It said check-in closed. So I'm like, okay, so maybe they did the check-in for the whole thing. Where are my boarding passes? No boarding passes. So I'm stressed out. My daughter, she is amazing. My Leah, she was at the competition with me. She's just a wonderful young lady. Anyway, she was like, Mommy, calm down. It's okay. So we return the rental car. We get to the airport. And I'm like, well, where's the kiosk to print your boarding pass? Frontier Airlines don't have no kiosk to print your boarding pass. Strike one. Strike two, I get on the line where the baggage is, and the lady is like, okay, so if you're checking your baggage, stand here to get your ticket, blah, 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 blah. So I'm standing there, I'm like, I'm not trying to check baggage, I'm trying to print my boarding pass. She's like, oh no, you have to have the boarding pass already. You're gonna have to pay $25 each to get you checked in, because apparently I wasn't checked in, although the app said it was, to get your boarding pass. When I tell y'all hot, H-O-T, hot. But I paid the $50 because I needed the boarding passes because I had to get back home. But anyway, Frontier Airlines is on my no list. I don't know who else flies Frontier. God bless y'all. I'm not doing that again. Okay. I am a JetBlue American, and anybody else. Anybody except for Spirit, because I hear Spirit is the equivalent to Frontier. Anyway, welcome to the party, everybody. I just had to get that off my chest. Hello to you, Naked Snail, Tracy, Kathy, JD, Danielle. Where my comments go? Oh, I clicked the wrong thing. Hey, Karen, so good to see you, sweetie. Yeah, I I was livid. So today, you all, as I said, I'm going to do a little recap of the Stitch Factor crochet. No, Stitch Factor fashion competition that just happened this past weekend. Under the producer was the one and only Gregory Stitch. It was an amazing show, and I have the privilege of having the competition winner join me today. So please help me welcome Ariane, and I'm going to make her pronounce her name correctly because y'all know I mess up folks' names. I'm going to have her pronounce her name correctly. So welcome her to the stage, everyone. Hello.
Hi. Hey, you got my name right. It is Ariane. You, yeah.
I'm winning over here. Good
Yes.
morning. So you're in
Good morning.
Arizona, right?
I am. So it's 8 in the morning here.
It's 8 in the morning there. And when did Mrs.
Mhm.
Deveter reach out to you? You could tell her people. You could tell on me. When did I reach out to you?
Probably less than 24 hours ago.
Because that's how I do things, y'all. I'm just
Yeah.
like, oh. So here's my thing. I have like these brainstorms, and I'm like, you know what? Let me reach out and see if she wants to go live with me today. And you were so gracious and so kind to join me today. Congratulations to you on being the
Thank
winner
you.
of the very first Stitch Factor competition. How do you feel?
It's a lot. Um I still keep thinking about it and I don't think it's real because I'm like, really? Like how? How did that happen?
I understand. So I had the privilege of meeting you that day and held your hand while your models walked the runway and came back up. And
Yeah.
so I didn't get a chance, obviously, to do a full interview with you, and really wanted to take the time and have an opportunity to do a full interview with you so that the fans can learn who you are, when you started crocheting, all your background information, so that we can continue to follow you and watch your story unfold. So when did you start crocheting?
I started back in 2018. And, for the longest time, ever since maybe like middle school, because I had a friend who crocheted and knit. And to be honest, I was like, that's weird. Like, that's for grandmas. Like, what kid does crochet? Like, I would never do that. So, in 2018, I had another friend. She didn't really have hobbies except crocheting, and she would make these baby blankets, and I thought that was so cool. So I was
Mhm,
like, okay, maybe I'll try it. Like, if I
mhm,
see someone doing something, I'm like, you know what, maybe I can do it. Let me see. Let's see what happens. So I looked up some YouTube tutorials on how to, do basic stitches. And I was mostly just making scarves or
mhm.
squares, unfinished scarves. And then I got bored of it. I was like, I don't want to just make blankets and scarves. And I put it down for a few months. And
Mhm.
then I came across a tutorial on like a very simple like crop top. And I thought
Mm,
that was the coolest thing ever because
mhm,
I love fashion. I love making things with my hands.
mhm.
So I was like, okay, let's try this. And I loved that there was more variation with making clothing rather than just a blanket, a baby blanket or something. And then I just found myself staying up past midnight doing it. And here I am years later.
That's awesome. Well, I am glad that you looked beyond it being a granny craft and seeing like, you know what, this is actually really cool. So you live in a very hot climate, right? So what are you said a crop top. So what are the kinds of things that you always kind of lean toward?
Um, I would say I always lean towards tops and dresses. Those are my favorite things to make.
Mhm, mhm.
But I have gone outside of that bubble and made pants and sweaters, but those are usually the two things I like doing. And I definitely want to experiment more with handbags. That'd be cool.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Handbags are like all the rage, and they're so versatile, and you can do so much, so many different kinds of yarn you can use. So handbags, I'm definitely on board with that. What made you join this competition after only crocheting since 2018?
So since I was maybe 6 or 7 years old, I always had an interest in fashion. My first love was drawing, and I was always drawing fashion designs, fashion figures from magazines. and I was always watching shows like Project Runway, for example, and I
Mhm.
was like, I really want to do something like that. And it was my dream to always have my own work on a runway, in a fashion show somewhere, anywhere. And
Mhm.
when I saw that Gregory Stitch posted this competition, I felt something spark in me, and it had been a while since something sparked and
Mhm.
excited me like that. So I jumped on it and I put my lookbook together and I sent it in. And I
Mhm.
honestly I sent in my lookbook like the day before the deadline for the competition
Oh,
submissions
wow.
because I was doubting myself. I was like, no, am I
Mhm.
ready? Am I not? You know what? I'll never be ready. Let's do it.
Mhm. Mhm.
I'll never know if I never try, kind of thing.
Mhm.
So
Mhm. Mhm.
yeah,
That's really, really good. I know a lot of, designers who say the same thing, like, I'll never be ready. It'll never be finished. Like even the day of the competition, a lot of people were still putting the finishing touches on their pieces. Can you talk to us a little bit about your pieces and the things that you had on the runway that day?
yes. So I was one of those people. Yeah, I was staying up until 3 a.m. before the show, got
Mhm.
minimal sleep, and I was already like starting to get sick. Like, but I was trying to push
Mhm.
through. I just need to get this done.
Mhm.
And my collection wasn't even fully what I envisioned. It wasn't where I wanted it to be.
Mhm.
I wanted so much more. Like I bought all this hardware and beads and rhinestones, and I only got to utilize a little bit of it, and I
Mhm.
had to make so many sacrifices with some of my pieces. So some of it didn't turn out how I originally wanted.
Mhm.
And when I showed up to the day of the competition and I saw everyone else's work, I was
Mhm.
scared. I was like,
Mhm.
I look like I didn't do much. But,
Mhm.
I wasn't giving myself enough credit. I look back and I did so much work.
Mhm.
Um, so, um, sorry, I lost my train of thought.
That's
But
okay.
um, I could talk about like the inspiration that came with my work. Honestly, I was mainly inspired I was doing like kind of the desert botanical vibe. So I'm actually a New Jersey native. I've lived there for
Okay.
25 years. And then I moved
Okay.
here 2 years ago.
Mhm.
And I was trying to evoke the feeling of like living here because I'm
Mhm.
always in awe of the scenery here.
Mhm.
So I
Mhm.
tried to um, captivate like the colors and the shapes I see out here through
Mhm.
my clothing.
Mhm.
So
Mhm. Good for you. Well, clearly you did something right
I
because
did.
you won the competition and like you said, there was definitely stiff competition there. There was some really amazing designers who had stuff on the runway that you were up in competition with. How do you deal with, or how did you deal with that feeling of inferiority? Like, how did you overcome that, like to move past it?
Well, first, luckily I had my friend there and she saw me standing there frozen because I was kind of starting to have a panic attack and she said, "Sit down, have some water." And
Mhm.
I sat down, took some deep breaths,
Mhm.
drank some water, and then I just kind of just went had tunnel vision on my work because there's so much going on backstage. Everyone's working
Mhm.
on their stuff. Everyone has their models wearing their work. And I
Mhm.
think that was what was overwhelming me. So I just had to just focus on me, what
Mhm.
I'm doing, and I can't pay attention to anything else because it was just I was constantly comparing myself. And once I just started to focus on my stay in my lane, basically, focus on my
Yes.
work, it went away.
Good for
Yeah.
you. Good for you.
Yeah.
So we have folks in the comment section who are asking to see some of your work, and I couldn't find your in the photo shoot that the designer photo shoot. It didn't have names on it, so I wasn't
Oh,
sure. I'm like, is this hers? I don't remember. So what I'm going to
yeah.
do is I'm just going to go to your Instagram page just so that folks can get an idea of what your work looks like. Is that okay?
That's fine. I haven't posted the shots from the show yet. I'm gonna do
Mhm.
that later on today, but
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Let's see. Let's go to window. And here we go. And share. All right. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is Ari's page. Please make sure that you go and follow her on Instagram, and let's look at some of her work. So this is cute. Tell us about this little doodad here. And this,
Oh my
some of these things are a little dated. So she's learned from these, right?
yeah,
Let's
so
see.
this
Oh,
that one I
sorry.
remember. Oh, it's okay. I'm just reminiscing on that. That actually was like a two-piece set. It had like a little shrug that goes over it. But
This one.
oh my gosh, that dress, that was the first gown I made that I felt super proud of myself. That one,
Wow.
I bought a bunch of like multicolored gradient yarn. I
Mhm,
made like 60 or 70 motifs. I had no plan of what this was gonna look like, and I
mhm.
kind of just arranged them so that the colors, faded into each other,
Great.
and
Yeah.
there you
Beautiful.
go. Thank you.
Absolutely beautiful. And so
Thank
you
you.
were
Thank you.
talking about your tanks and things. Tell us a little
Yeah.
bit about what is this around the bottom of it? That's cute.
This one was my first mixed media project. So
Okay.
that band underneath is it was like a knitted top that I had found at the thrift store, and I
Mhm.
loved that detail. So I just cut it and then I crocheted onto it. I was just experimenting.
Nice. Really cool. Let's see what else you got happening here. Oh, baby. Look, y'all. Look what she's
Oh,
showing
that's
off.
it.
She's showing
Best
off.
gift
She's showing
ever.
off her furls hooks. What do you think about the furls hooks?
Oh my God. I don't want to use any other hooks anymore.
That's
I've
what
always,
happened.
yeah, I always dreamed
Which
about owning these hooks too.
uh-huh. Well, now you are
Oh
the
my
proud
gosh.
owner of 3 beautiful streamline hooks, and they are amazing. So let's see what else you got on your page here. Tell us a little bit about this top.
Oh, so these and the pictures after it, this is when I did my first pattern test. I wanted to try my hand at, pattern writing, and this was my first group of testers.
Okay. What was their response to the pattern?
They said it was pretty easy to read, pretty easy to follow, because I provided many detailed photos and pretty simplified instructions. It's very beginner friendly. So I had all types of levels trying it out.
Nice. So is that pattern available anywhere? Can folks buy it?
Yeah, it's on Etsy. Honestly, it's my only pattern, but I'm still working on it. It's a airy dot yarn on Etsy.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Yarn on Etsy and Yarn here on Instagram. You all make sure that you follow her so that you can see all the things that she's up to. And hopefully, you will definitely post your winning pieces
I
that were
will.
on the runway. What's next?
Ooh, what is next? So, actually, I'm gonna establish my LLC. I haven't done that already, but
Okay.
I'm gonna do that. What else? I'm gonna invest in some more things to put in like my craft space. So like a
Mhm,
desk,
mhm,
um, dress form, like things I've had like a wish list, and then
mhm.
now I can finally get those things. Um, but yeah, I think I'm just gonna continue trying my hand at pattern writing and working on some fall winter pieces.
Awesome. Well,
Yeah.
we'll definitely be following you, Ari. I know that you're going to have a mentorship with the amazing Pam from Furls. So that's super exciting. She was going to
Yes.
join us today, but she said, I have 1,000 things that I'm working on. So maybe next time we will definitely get the both of you on a live together. And I'm sure you're going to learn some incredible things from her because she is a marketing whiz and has so many fantastic ideas that are really going to propel your crochet career, further than you could ever imagine. But congratulations again to you. We will be following. You're going to have some new followers by the time you log off of this today. Folks who are going to be looking. So you got to make sure you post as often as you can.
I
Keep things,
know.
yeah, keep things up to date because folks want to see what you're doing and what you got going on for sure.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll definitely
yeah.
work on that.
Yes, definitely work on that. Well, thank you so much for joining me this morning. I wanted to make sure that I gave an opportunity for you to be on. And we will see you very soon. Looking forward to all the amazing things you're going to do.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. This was fun.
Yay, you are so welcome. We'll see you soon. I'm
All
going to
right. See
chat a
you
little bit
soon.
more with my friends. All right. Bye
Okay.
bye, Ari.
Bye. Bye.
Isn't that awesome, you guys? I'm so happy that she was able to join me this morning. It was really last minute, y'all. I was sitting at my computer yesterday, like, oh, it would be so cool to just have Ari on. And I'm so grateful that she was willing to come and join me. I kind of wanted to give you all another look into some of the fashion that was at fashion. I don't know why I can't say your name, the Stitch Factor competition. I wanted you all to see some of the other pieces. These were photos that were shared with us. So I'm going to present my screen, share screen, share screen, and window. Okay, so y'all get into some of this fashion that was on the runway. Some of these pieces were like, what? Um, now, I'm not going to tell y'all the names of the designers because I can't remember them. I couldn't remember them when I was on the runway introducing them. But I just wanted to give you all a sneak peek at some of these images. So look at the colors. Look at this snake print. Crazy, right? Look at this. This is all crochet, folks. It's given Eden. For real, for real. Like, look at this. OMG. She was so tall, this model. She was absolutely beautiful. Look at this. Fabulous. I had so much fun, like just watching all of these pieces come together. I told him, I said, honey, I can't walk straight in flat shoes. And here you go with these heels on. Child, what you doing? He said, that sounds like a you problem. I said, you right. You right. He was right. But look at this. Look at these colors. Ah, look at this. Look at the roses. Beautiful pieces. Just beautiful. Y'all see this stuff? Again, these are just some pictures that Gregory shared with me. And I wanted to kind of just give you guys a peek into, now this, what was his name? Aaron? Was it Aaron? Y'all don't give me the line. But this was all one designer's, these were all the pieces that he presented on the runway. And then this is another designer. Y'all see this? Just beautiful pieces. Everyone did such a wonderful job presenting, you know, this theme of ethereal Eden. Y'all know I said that wrong, right? Mm-hmm. But yeah. Yeah, I just wanted you all to see some of what was on the runway for those of you who didn't have an opportunity to see the live stream or anything like that. These were some of the pieces that were in it. Look at this. Gorgeous. So much talent. I, always just think these pieces were created with yarn and needle. Like this was somebody sitting down with a ball of yarn, a crochet hook, and an idea. And this is what we got. Isn't that crazy? That's what y'all do. Like all of you who are watching me right now, whether it's crocheting or knitting, I saw y'all talking about felting, whatever it is, you're taking a fiber and a tool and then creating a garment. Like, oh my God, y'all are amazing. Look at how beautiful. Just incredible pieces. Love, love, love. Love, 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 love. And that's it. Those are all the pictures that I have, but I just wanted to show y'all a little taste of what we saw on the runway. It was so much fun. Gregory did an amazing job. I know he was completely exhausted afterward, but it was a fantastic time. Shout out to Furls for being our main sponsor. And we're really looking forward to next year, bigger and better, more ideas, more, head to heads and those kinds of things. Like I was telling Thomas Gregory Stitch about some ideas. Thomas Gregory Hamilton is his name. Gregory Stitch is his moniker. Okay. Y'all know who I'm talking about. But I was telling him that it would be so cool to like have, in those competitions where they have the final heats and all these kind of things, like you have to crochet something on the spot. Like, I don't know what it would be because, you don't have a whole lot of time, but I don't know, maybe it's a granny square, maybe it's a circle or something, like you're replicating something that that the judges present to you, and you have to create that on the spot, and then you get judged for that. Like those kinds of things, like really thinking outside of the box and trying to make this as engaging and fun and all of that as it could be, right? That's what's going to make it super cool. So we're really looking forward to next year. That's funny. She said a granny square thong. I mean, that's fashion. So that could work, right? We could do a granny square thong as part of the competition. I don't know. But it could be really fun to do some cool things for the competition next year. And if you are interested in participating, please make sure that you're following Gregory Stitch. Make sure you're following what's it called again, y'all? Stitch Factor competition, so that you know when he puts out the call for designers to be a part of this competition for next year. I wanted to also remind you guys, if you haven't already gotten your beautiful, my light is just not even gonna do these hooks. I'm starting to see people's photos roll out of the Libra hook. This hook is just, look at that. See, and yes, I did get my nails to match the hook because I was like, I gotta be cute when I'm showing off these hooks. Y'all see this hook? I know my lighting, like try to do like the makeup girlies do, but the new Libra hooks are available. If you have not gotten your hook yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. You need to go ahead and add it to cart and check out. Don't just add it to cart like I do. I go shopping and I just throw stuff in the cart. And then by the time I get to the register, I ain't got nothing in the cart because I don't put everything back. But when I'm talking hooks, I don't put hooks back. So add to cart and go ahead and purchase your Libra hooks. They are now available. You don't want to miss out on your favorite size because they are so pretty. I hope that everybody had a great week. If you didn't, I hope your weekend is better. I hope that you are able to rest and relax, rejuvenate. I hope that you are taking really good care of your body. If your neck and your back is starting to bother you, you need to put your hook and your yarn down and stretch. Make sure that you're taking really good care of your body. Make sure you're taking good care of your hands, rolling those wrists and taking care of yourself, drinking your water and minding your business, honey. That is the way we are going to survive. I hope, again, you all have a fantastic weekend. I'll be back again next week, shining some light and love your way. I hope you have a great weekend, everybody. Thanks so much for hanging out with me for this half an hour. Y'all was gonna let me log off without saying who the winner of the giveaway was for this week. Hold on a minute. Let me find it. They have already been emailed. So the winner of 3 Libra Streamline Zodiac resin hooks is Debbie H. Congratulations to you, Debbie H. Are y'all signing up for the giveaway? Are y'all? Sign up for the giveaway. All you have to do is go to furlscrochet.com/live and you just scroll down. It's a raffle copter giveaway. Make sure that you're signing up for the giveaway because we're giving away the goods. We're not giving away junk. I tell y'all that all the time. Somebody, Debbie H, won 3 of these. Okay? Next week, who knows what we're going to have on the giveaway list. So congratulations to you, Debbie. Make sure that you are signing up for the weekly giveaway. It runs from Friday to Wednesday. So make sure that you go and sign up every week. I think that's it, y'all, this time. All right, friends. It was so good hanging out with you. Have a great weekend.